A lot of people may not like this topic and they may not even understand it, but we still need to talk about it regardless.
So, London man breaks up with his girlfriend after Chris Brown gives her a lap dance. Well done.
We are slowly being desensitized to live and in person sexual content, masquerading as entertainment and art because they got clothes on and because they produce a certain type of music or movie or program. Welcome to my channel. Grab some popcorn, enjoy the show, and do not forget to subscribe.
I'm saying I might have to do something.
Yeah, you gotta at least.
I might have to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Chris Brown meet and greet is out of control.
You might need a bench press or
It's
something in there.
disrespectful.
That shit fun.
Like I bet it is.
It's fun because look, where else in the time like everybody usually like you get your pictures back in the day. The artists like.
Yeah.
It might be a small, intimate group of people that actually spent that money that they might not even have.
Now, there's a difference between art and the person. There's a difference between what the person does and who the person is. But there's also a blurry line that connects those things together. And that's why some people may not be able to tell the difference, but it is what it is. Now, Chris Brown is on the news for being a colorist, being all types of things, but I'm going to talk about some other aspect.
Why?
And this is bigger than Chris Brown, the artist. This is bigger than the audience. This is bigger than me. You cannot tell me that in your right mind you think it's normal to go to a show and take pleasure, take entertainment, take happiness in watching some other man dry hump a woman or kiss a stranger that they've never met, and you scream and you support it and you dance to it simply because the nice type of music is playing in the background or because you spent your hard-earned money.
Stay off the weed.
Is it just me, or are people not finding this a problem, or are people not finding it weird that you're supporting this? How can you support something like this and yet you turn around and you expect people to treat you better than the things that you watch? You expect men and women to treat you better than the person and the image that you put out. Meanwhile, when you go to these concerts, when you go to people that live a certain lifestyle, do you think that they're going to give you something that they do not have? Because every artist that has a show and what they perform, it is coming from the closet of who they actually are. So when you support things like this and you do not know how to separate the art from the person and cut that blurry line, you will be surprised how your lifestyle slowly begins to depict the things that you support when it comes to the entertainment that you watch and put your money into.
My Shayla.
Jesus is love.
Oh my God.
Me blood clot.
There are things that should be private and should remain private. But things that should be private are being commercialized for money and for gain. If you do not create the energy that you want around yourself, people will give you their energy, and because you do not know what is good for you, you will carry other people's energy, and unfortunately you will reap the benefits or the consequences of someone else's behavior because you do not know what you want and you do not know what is good for you. Let's talk about this.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
In these concerts, when it comes to these sexual performances or whatever it is, I believe that this is just a small portion of what this concert has to offer. So I ask, why is it this part of this concert that we're seeing so much things about, so many clips on TikTok, so many things on YouTube? If he doesn't have to do this, or if concerts don't need to portray this type of content out there to attract the same type of audience, then why do they need to portray it and push it so hard? And it all shows in the personalities of these fans and these artists, because people cannot seem to tell the difference. Chris Brown, we all know who he is, so of course that's what he's going to portray in his concerts.
Are you in a relationship right now? Me? Am I in a relationship? Yeah. I'm in multiple. What do you mean? Like more than one girlfriend? Or something like that.
Okay. And how do you balance that? Because that's a lot of balance unless they just keep it 100. To be honest.
And for the men and women that think that this is just entertainment, you would not know the things that are happening behind the scenes that you'd not even know that is happening in your own life. And we've only been allowed to witness a few things that happen after shows like this get off the air, because Chris Brown is going to go on and live his own life. A life which I think is not really the best life, but it's his own life regardless. And so many more fans and people that pay their money to watch this are slowly ruining theirs because they cannot tell the difference and they cannot think for themselves and be like, why am I enjoying watching somebody else dry hump another person on stage? And why am I screaming and losing my mind thinking that this is cool when it's not? You cannot separate your life from the entertainment that you willingly support.
Stay off the weed.
How's your life when nobody's watching? How's your relationship life? What will you accept versus what will you tolerate? It all comes down to what you support. If you support Chris Brown vehemently and you don't have a problem with this type of things that you're seeing, how are you going to look in your partner or look at yourself in the mirror and demand somebody to treat you better than what you support? It doesn't make any sense. And even if you do demand it, because it's all words, your actions will expose you every single time. And unfortunately, most people do not have the self-control to blur the line. And that's why people get into celebrity worship. That's why people will support everything that somebody does, whether it's bad or good, simply because they do not know how to draw the line in their own personal life. Wait for a second, I gotta ask a question. Have y'all subscribed to this channel yet? I know you are enjoying this video, so make sure you subscribe so we can fly. Back to the video. There's a saying that goes that, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. I'm gonna say that if you also show me who you support and who you follow and who you spend so much of your hard-earned money to make sure that their life is better, I can pretty much of a doubt tell you most of the time how your life will end up like in the near future. Because at the end of the day, you cannot blame somebody else for your problems. You can only blame yourself for allowing those people's issues to affect you in a way that you would not like, simply because you put yourself in their vicinity.
Because ain't no fucking way my man is going to be on... Listen to me, yeah? I want us ladies to be realistic, because what is going on here? What is going on? Because the hypocrisy, the double stand... Ladies, come on. Come on. Come on. Who would ever think their man would be okay with this? Why? Why would your man want to see you being dry humped by Chris Brown in front of thousands of people, and then it's on TikTok for the world to see, and you think your man should be okay with that? Half of us don't even like our man liking, not even our man, Sneaky Link, the guy that you think is your boyfriend, but he doesn't even care about you. We don't even like him liking another girl's picture. But men should be okay with another man doing this. She's grabbing the back of his head. Yeah, babes, girls, know what you're doing. If you've got a man, it's not worth it. Chris Brown is not going to wife you, okay? He's not wifing you when you get on the stage. So why would you ruin your relationship for... Really, I need us to be smart, and I need us to think, and I need us to just do better, okay?
Don't get online complaining when there's so much evidence that supports him being a horrible, terrible person, and y'all want to get online, oh, actually, do you know Chris Brown's not a good person? We've been knew. Everybody knew. Listen, I have been very vocal about separating the artist from the art when it comes to listening to their music. Giving these artists a stream here and there is not making that big of a difference whatsoever. Look up how much these artists make from streams. They making pennies. You're not really supporting them that heavily at all by streaming their song and listening to them from time to time. But going to their actual show, that's where they make their money. That's their bread and butter. Especially y'all who are paying $2,000, $3,000 for the fucking meet and greets. Y'all are giving him hardcore support. That's support. I don't fuck with that. I would never do that. I'll listen to your little songs here and there if I like them. And to be honest, I'm not even that big of a Chris Brown fan. Like, I like some of his music, but I'm not like, oh, I listen to him all the time. And I would definitely never ever go to his show.
Again, there's nothing wrong with going to concerts. But what part of the concert is being promoted? he can make just as much money and just as much success without doing this. And if a fan can enjoy his music and concert without watching stuff like this, it then makes me ask you, why do they do it? Why do they make sure that this is what is clipped and spread all around the world? And why are people defending it so hard, especially when their own lives is not where they want it to be? Here are some comments that I found. The first comment says, is he married? And why is no one talking about how this is so wrong if he has a girlfriend or wife? Now, regardless of whether he's married or not, you cannot explicitly be doing things with strangers and you don't even know who these people are. It's dangerous and is unhealthy for somebody's mind and somebody's emotional state. The next comment reads, they do not care and it's insane. Thank you. Some people just don't care. They just want to have a good time. And sometimes not caring about the things that you do for short-term gain is the way to make long-term terrible decisions. Then we have somebody that says, I love Chris Brown. Of course, everybody's going to have their opinion. But let me know if you guys understand where I'm coming from in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share.